Beginning. A call across the stars. I had never considered myself a hero. Most days, I was just a systems engineer on the orbital research station Celestia Prime, tucked into the outer rim of the Epsilon expanse. My work involved maintaining life support systems, repairing solar arrays, and occasionally helping visiting scientists with data collection. Routine, unglamorous, and utterly predictable. That all changed the day the emergency call came in. The station's communication panel buzzed violently. At first, I thought it was another routine maintenance alert, but the voice that came through froze me in place. Marcus Hale, the voice said, calm, regal, and carrying the weight of authority. I blinked. Hello. I am Queen Saralyn of the AlienEmpire, the voice continued. I require your presence immediately. You have saved my daughter, and I wish to speak with you. I stared at the panel. Saved her daughter? Me? I had no idea what she was talking about. I think there's a mistake. I stammered. No mistake, the Queen replied, her tone leaving no room for argument. Come at once, or your absence will have consequences. The next hour was a blur. I boarded the fastest shuttle available, barely processing the fact that I was traveling to the heart of the AlienEmpire to meet a queen who claimed I had saved her daughter. I had no idea that the moment I stepped onto the royal station, my life would be irrevocably changed. The arrival. The Varian Royal Station was breathtaking. Suspended above a violet gas giant, its towers of black crystal and glowing energy arcs stretched into orbit like the spires of a cathedral in space. The corridors were wide, lined with ambient lighting that pulsed gently, and the air hummed faintly with energy that made every step feel lighter. Royal attendants guided me to the central chamber, where Queen Saralyn awaited. I had expected intimidation, maybe fearsome guards, or some elaborate court ritual. Instead, the chamber was quiet, almost intimate. The Queen stood near a floating platform, her golden eyes fixed on me. Her presence was commanding, yet there was a softness in her gaze I hadn't anticipated. You are Marcus Hale, she said, voice echoing slightly through the chamber. Do you know why you are here? I shook my head. Honestly, Your Majesty, I have no idea. Her lips curved faintly. You saved my daughter, Celera, from certain death. You acted without hesitation, without concern for yourself. And now, I ask you to stay by my side. I blinked. Stay by your side? I'm just an engineer. I don't. Titles mean nothing here, she interrupted. Your courage matters. And you have proven it. I glanced around the chamber, searching for clues, for someone to explain what had happened. But it was just me and the Queen. The story of Celera. Queen Saralyn gestured to a holographic display, and a memory played before my eyes. A small Varian girl, silver-haired and violet-eyed, trapped on a crumbling platform orbiting a dying moon. I recognized the scene faintly. It had been during a data relay mission I had participated in weeks ago. I had remotely recalibrated the station's energy shields at the precise moment to prevent a catastrophic failure, saving a shuttle from destruction. And that shuttle carried Celera. You were unaware of her presence, Saralyn said softly. And yet, your actions saved her. That alone demonstrates a spirit worth trust. I swallowed, suddenly aware of the magnitude of what I had done. I just did my job. Most do not act with the clarity and courage required when they cannot see the stakes, the Queen said. Your judgment, your instincts, they are exceptional. And I require such qualities now. The offer. Queen Saralyn's request was simple, yet impossible. She wanted me to stay within the Varian court as a protector, advisor, and trusted companion. My skills as an engineer would be valuable, yes, but more than that, she wanted someone whose courage had proven itself in the most critical moment. I don't know if I belong here. I said, suddenly feeling the weight of the entire empire pressing down on me. You belong wherever your choices take you, Saralyn replied. And your choice saved a life. That choice defines you now. Before I could respond, Celera entered the chamber. The girl was small, delicate, and yet carried the same determination I had seen during the rescue. She looked at me with wide eyes, recognition sparking immediately. You're the human who saved me, she said quietly. I nodded. Yes, I'm Marcus. Her smile was small but radiant. Thank you. And in that moment, I understood. The Queen's request was not just political, it was personal. Training and bonding. Over the next weeks, I learned the ways of the Varian court. It was unlike anything I had ever experienced. There were intricate protocols, powerful technologies, and a deep understanding of interstellar politics. But more importantly, I learned about courage, trust, and responsibility. Queen Saralyn guided me, mentoring me in ways I had never imagined. Celera, now safe, became a constant companion as I adapted to this strange new life. We trained together, both physically and mentally. The Queen had powers I could not comprehend fully, and yet she taught me to synchronize with her energy fields, to anticipate threats, to act decisively. Each day, the bond between us strengthened, not just by duty, but by shared purpose. The threat emerges. Despite the apparent peace, dangers loomed. The Krythar Syndicate, a rogue faction that had long sought to destabilize the Varian Empire, learned of Celera's survival and my role in it. One night, while walking through the floating gardens of the palace, alarms blared. Krythar ships had breached the outer defenses, aiming directly for the royal chambers. Queen Saralyn's voice was calm but commanding. Marcus, Celera stays with me. You protect us. This is your trial. I had never faced combat of this scale. Energy weapons fired, shields flared, and the palace trembled under the assault. Yet, somehow, with instincts honed during the initial rescue, I acted decisively, blocking attacks, rerouting energy flows, and coordinating defenses with precision. Saralyn fought beside me, her presence radiating power. Celera remained under her protection, eyes wide but trusting. Together, we repelled the assault, and the Krythar Syndicate's forces retreated, temporarily thwarted. The Queen's acknowledgement. After the battle, the palace was quiet. The glow of energy shields faded, leaving the city floating in the soft light of distant stars. Queen Saralyn approached me, her expression calm, but eyes heavy with emotion. You have proven yourself, she said, not only in saving my daughter, but in standing by her, by me, when the galaxy threatened us. Courage like yours is rare. I shook my head. I didn't think I was capable. I just did what had to be done. Precisely, she replied. That is what makes you extraordinary. You do not act for recognition, only for duty. That is why I ask you, stay by my side. Not just for Celera, but for the Empire. I looked at the Queen, then at her daughter, and finally at the sprawling stars beyond the palace. My ordinary life was gone. There was no returning to the quiet research station, no simple routines, no anonymity. But for the first time in my life, I felt an undeniable purpose. I will stay, I said, voice steady, by your side. The Queen's lips curved into a rare, soft smile. Then together, we will face whatever the galaxy throws at us. Celera ran forward, hugging me tightly. I'm glad you're here, she whispered. And in that moment, I understood. Saving her had not only changed her fate, but mine as well. Ending a new life among stars. The days that followed were filled with preparation, training, and strategy sessions for the future of the Empire. I was no longer just an engineer. I had become a protector, an advisor, and a part of a family I had never imagined. Queen Saralyn's trust was unwavering, and Celera's admiration and friendship gave me strength. Together, we worked to secure the Empire, fend off threats, and ensure the safety of countless lives. I often thought back to the moment I had first heard the Queen's summons. At the time, I had no idea what awaited me. But now, as I stood on the observation deck of the royal station, looking out at the galaxy stretching endlessly before us, I knew this was where I belonged. The Queen had seen my courage, the daughter had trusted me, and together, we had forged a bond stronger than any cosmic threat. I had saved a life, and in doing so, had found my destiny. The stars were vast, the galaxy dangerous, but for the first time, I faced it not as a solitary engineer, but as a protector of life, a companion to a queen, and a guardian of hope. And I would stay by their side, whatever challenges the universe might bring.